Good morning. Ira Epstein with your morning flash update, and this update is for the morning of Tuesday, the 12th of December, 2023. Hope you're having a good day. It's 8:15 a.m. Central Time, and it is CPI Day. So before we go to the markets and how they're reacting to everything, let's go to the numbers. First, we started off with the Business Optimism Index, came out at 5 a.m. this morning Central Time, down a fraction, 90.6. Last month was 90.7. They looked for an increase. They didn't get it. Now, the November CPI number, the headline was up a tenth. They expected it flat. So the first thing is it's a little stronger than the market thought. Core, which is ex-food and energy, came in up 0.3, right on what they expected. CPI energy prices, we were looking for them to decline. They did. The month before, they were down 2.5%. Now they're down another 2.3%. November CPI food prices were up 0.2. Prior month, they were up 0.3. So rising, but not at a big rate. November CPI year over year, 3.1%. They expected 3%, and the prior month was 3.2. I would call that a wash. Core CPI ex food and energy on the price data year over year, up 4%. They expected that, and that's in line. Sticky. Remember that word, sticky. That is not what the Fed wants. The Fed was hoping to get under 4%, I think. They didn't get it. That does not keep the Fed from saying tomorrow that they are prepared to raise rates if they see that number climb on them. It's that simple. Now, the headline number, another one that you have to look at, is the shelter cost. Did not fall the way that the market was hoping. Now, I saw analysts this morning on CNBC talking about the amount of product that's going to come on in the first quarter for rentals, and that's when they're expecting to see some pressure on prices, and they're not seeing that rents are going up either. Okay, but none of that is telling me that you've got a market that's in a state of decline where prices are racing to the downside. Therefore, is this report friendly or not? I'm going to give you my number. At best, okay, it's not a hurtful report, but it's not helpful. In other words, right here. How did the market react? Well, we'll get there in a minute. Red Book Group is going to come out with their sales data. In fact, it probably did. I'm a little bit late. I didn't put that in this morning. November CPI budget. I just missed that. I forgot. I'm sorry about that. And the API at 3:30 this afternoon. Okay, so let's go here. So you had been up to 46.45 in the S&P. You're back to 46.23. I don't know which way all this is going, but here's what I do know, and I'll stick behind what I teach. If you look at the upper Bollinger Band, the S&P went right to it, and it's run into a brick wall. When we take a look at the Russell, you're trying to get over the 1900 level to say, let's rush in, let's come out of those indices and come into this. Not quite getting that follow-through yet. When we're looking at the energy market, OPEC came out today and said they have a 5-year battle on their hands. Well, the reason is every electric car that comes out uses less fuel. Every hybrid uses less fuel. Wind power, every time we put one of those up, less fossil fuel. So as we're looking at this whole thing, they have their hands full. Here, it would not surprise me anytime soon that you're at $65, $68 in Brent. I would not be surprised at it at all. In the bonds and notes, well, they had been singing a different song. They were 17 higher than this in the 10-year. These weren't, as I just said, this report did not come in as soft as the market wants to see, and that's why you're seeing it here. The Dow is the strongest of all the indices. If you haven't caught my morning subscriber videos, you should. And in that video, I've been very clear, saying if you're the person that wants to be into all these reports, this isn't the one and this isn't. This is the only one that makes sense. Gold market just sold off $11 on this news. Silver market, 20 cents off the morning high. So that gives you an idea. And you're 30 cents off the low. You were down 50 some odd points in the dollar. And then it finally had to say, wait a minute, that report's not quite the way that we wanted to see it. And that is what's hurting the market. So how do you go about this? Well, number one, this doesn't take me off the fact that you should do this. Both hands should be in your pocket going into tomorrow's 1 o'clock FOMC announcement. hear what the Fed says, see how the market reacts, then take out your hands, start your keyboard, and get ready to trade. You may not agree with that, but I think it's super important because you're getting people that are now looking at the end of the year. They're going, how much more do I want to play? It's been a pretty good year. Some indices are up 50%. Some stocks are up 200%, 150%. How much do you want to give up? Got to think of your tax. What are you going to do? Do you sell one off to rotate into another? Now the game starts changing after tomorrow. If you don't believe me, that's fine. But year-end planning, if you have a stockbroker you can talk to, ask him how this plays out, and you will see just what I am saying. Been around this a long time. Played this game. I know how it works. And why do you want to pay taxes? You want to pay as little as you can for most people. I'm not saying it's not right to pay taxes. It's how we support America. But paying right and paying stupid are two different things. All right. So here we go with the morning futures videos. So let's talk what I try to do. At 5 to 5:15 every morning, I dust it off. I've read what's going on around the world. I bring it to you. I start you off each morning with the news of the day, reports that are coming out, and we go through all these different markets. We're going to go through an average of 40 to 45 charts each morning because that's what it's about. What is the goal of this? Let's stop here for a minute. I am not trying in any manner to manage your money. I am trying to be the guy from the old days that you say, I want to see what this guy has to think about the market because I'm thinking of buying or selling. What is he saying? Do you know how many I used to do like that? Unbelievable. Now I'm that guy that they're going to. At least I think I am. And that's what we show you. So it's not a matter of, hey, let's talk about this and here's what Ira has to say. It's what the charts say. It's what these different looks are. Now, the charts will be in jet black. I will give you entry points, exit points, what we see. I will mix up the daily and the weekly charts together, giving you ideas on the market. And as I said, I most certainly will be talking to you each day about the fundamentals to a degree. What's going on? What's impacting things? Where should you be looking? Example, today, China. They came out with their economic plan. They're meeting on that. I told you it was a two-part meeting. Believe me, they are coming up with nothing real fast. They are giving you no details because they don't know how to do them, and they did not move to help the property market. How do you get this? Go to iraepstein.com. You want to try it for free? Go. You can move your cursor up here. If you're on a PC, it'll take you to the area for the free offers. Or just go to iraepstein.com, free offers. You can always call my staff. They'll get you set up in literally 5 minutes. You'll be getting everything that I have to give you. Twice daily reports, by the way, written. One at about 11:30, 12 in the morning. The other before 8 p.m. Central Time in the evening. Friday, you get a morning report. Sunday night, a report to bring you all into the market for all the trade. Give it a try. I'm not asking you for a credit card or a dollar. iraepstein.com, free offers. You have a good morning.